factory line. I'll ride across the park, backseat on the 79. Wasted days you come to pass. So go, I know you would not stay. It wasn't true, but anyway, pollination, yellow cat.
Welcome back to Global Village. I'm Buddy Cunanan. Tonight's topic is solar light, solar power to the people. And joining us still is Ilac Ancelotti Diaz. He's the founder and CEO of My Shelter Foundation and Liter of Light Movement. And joining us also is My Shelter Liter of Light Foundation's technical head, Alfred Caras. Alfred, welcome to Global Village. Of course, Ilac. Now, nice video again. We saw how easy it is to make the original Liter of Light, the first one that came out. And now we're going to talk about how it's innovated, it's changed. And in front of us, Ilac, we have these materials. And starting with, in front of you, what looks like a traditional kerosene lantern.
And it is a traditional.
Oh, okay.
It is a traditional kerosene lamp. But you know what's really interesting is, do you know that there are 35 million plus of this in the Philippines already?
Wow.
So once again, you know, Liter of Light is not just about the plastic bottle. What it is looking how to transfer technology in. That way, the change is decentralized. And how do you do something? You know, if you cannot build a solar movement from the bottom up, or you cannot make a villager be able to assemble it, or women cooperative be able to maintain a business model out of it, then it's not going to be sustainable. It will be just a death cycle of buying solar lamps that breaks.
And it's
And then you have
dangerous,
to-
it's unhealthy,
Well,
right?
the
With
other
the
thing
fumes
is,
and all that.
it's one of the cheapest forms of lighting, but also one of the most deadly in terms of the amount of toxic fumes, the volume, in small put together, the amount of damage that's causing health to women and children is on a massive level. And so what we're saying is not to vilify the fact that the kerosene lamp is already out there. It's just, how do you trade that in? How do you make a business model of people trading something in and us exchanging that into something that is positive, give more than 5 times the light, and can last for the next 5 years?
Wait, so you mean tell me people who have these old kerosene lanterns or lamps, they can trade it and give it to you guys, and you give them in exchange something like this?
No, you take the same one, you clean it up.
Oh, and then you fix it. You
And then
you put
you-
all the stuff inside,
You
and
take out the kerosene
Yeah.
part, and then you make it to the solar, because
Okay.
the packaging is one of the most expensive parts of the solar movement. Moving all that product, and I would call it a lot of air, in the solar products, moving it all the way to the Philippines by shipment, by trucks, by custom. You go through customs. By the time it reaches the people, it's just so expensive. But they already have the
yeah, they
packaging
have
there.
the container.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is a lot of air inside.
Yep.
The part that makes it the light is the solar panel, the LED, and that's all available here already.
Yeah.
Most of the way we expanded is trying to say why, the elephant in the room is, why aren't we transferring technology to the people?
Yeah.
And this is, and this is also in the solar industry. Why are you trying to say that these things are so complex that you're not even considering the wisdom of the poor, the capacity of the people to be able to create industry? So we think that solar should move from factories to the hands of millions of Filipinos and of course around the world.
Excellent. Alfred, let's quickly, before you start working, because what you want to do is you want to show the viewers how easy it is to make one of these things, no? And Alfred, maybe before you start working, can you walk us through the little components you have in front of
Yeah.
us? Ano ba yung mga yan?
We have several components
Yes.
like resistors, transistors, and MOSFET,
Yes.
which serves as the switching
Okay. And
and the PCB.
okay. And so what we're going to do, Alfred, is we're going to leave you now. While Ilac and I talk about this further, we're going to leave you, and I think in about a minute and a half or 2
Okay.
minutes, you will have an actual complete solar-powered traditional kerosene lamp. All right, Alfred, get to work.
Classic. It's a classic.
No, it's a beaut. In fact, I think I have one
No,
of these at home.
but think of the idea where people can trade in their polluting lanterns, and in a couple of minutes, that you could create a solar lantern that not only will give them money, but also the fact that they can rent it. So if they don't want to sell
Rent
it,
it.
well, if
Okay.
you have 10
Wow.
of them,
Yeah.
you can rent it, not giving the solar panel. You can rent it out and get a little bit of money after
Sure,
5 days, 1
sure.
week. And then you can franchise it to your next, your next village. And so
Yeah.
there's different business models that are happening.
You know, Ilak, for us, I mean, for you guys to viral this, really, it has to be something simple, right? I mean, it's something simple, can be replicated. Of course, you have to train for it, but it's not something super difficult. Who are the people whom you train to do this? I mean, what is the demographic? I mean, like young people. I mean, like, can kids do this?
So the point is, how can you make yourself obsolete? That's actually, as long as you're talking about the foundation, we also are saying, how can we grow to expand in places that needs us, but leave behind these sustainable communities that don't need us anymore? That is the way to grow. That's how we've done it. That's how we've grown out of the Philippine Islands. And so the people that we transfer this to are, for example, women cooperatives.
All right.
We have about 20 just in the Mandaluyong area. We're expanding to several locations. We're working with the League of Vice Governors around the country to be able to add on to their product development by transferring at least the startup
Yeah.
skits for the house lights, emergency boxes, street lights, and from then you'll see people will be able to copy it. So Tesla to Tesla, we're trying to create an open source where people can be able to source it. And of course, as I said, we start out with women cooperatives that otherwise would still be doing their basket weaves and pottery and, very, very low income kind of, consumer goods that we need to lift it up into something premium like this, which is
Yeah.
energy.
I mean, look at Alfred now. It seems like he's, would you say he's more than halfway done?
I
with
think
this?
we're just 2 pieces and we're going to...
And that's it. So it looks very simple to put
Well,
together.
it's always been simple, except that people talk about the solar revolution, but it has to be done on their terms. That they should own the technology. Of course, there are bigger ones like solar farms, where they can maintain it, replicate it. But for us, we also believe that the poorest or the really really people that need it, you should be able to go to your local shop and have it made or have it rented.
I mean, it looks like Alfred's
Awesome.
done. Is that it, Alfred? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so the battery is in, and now he's just applying some glue to the base of the battery. And
Now
then-
it doesn't have to have. You don't have to have electricity. You can heat it
Wow.
over.
Okay,
You
okay.
can heat it over. You can heat it over
Yeah.
fire.
Yes.
And you could still. You can still solder it. Now, if we don't have this, the circuit board, of course we can also have block. Those electronic blocks where you
Yes.
just tighten it.
Yes, yes.
So the point really is that we should start realizing as you make it and as Alfred make it and as corporate makes it, we should start realizing that solar can be local. That solar is not just something that is manufactured in some mythical factory, but
it
the
doesn't
fact
it doesn't have to be made in China.
we should demystify it and
Yeah,
say,
there you go.
why? In fact, the question is, why haven't we done it yet? And that's because people are not talking about transferring
Okay,
this
here we are.
technology.
Wow.
And then-
Okay, so voila.
And you
So
can test.
it's,
You can
see?
test it.
You
Wait.
can see the. No, I mean it's really lighting Ilak. You've got a small LED in there, and so you said that okay now in the studio we've got a lot of light, but you said that this is up to 5 times the illumination of a traditional kerosene
Yeah,
lamp.
And then you can see if
Alright.
it charges. Look, you can test it out.
Okay, so this is the little solar
So
panel.
if you hold it up,
Yeah, I'm gonna hold up.
This is
Okay,
charging.
Okay, I'm gonna hold up with the. All right. And so how do you know it's charging? Oh, because it's flashing.
charging.
Yeah. There you
night.
go.
They,
So automatically it comes on at night.
well,
But there's also a
it's just
switch.
showing you that it's charging. But
Yeah.
of course, at night you just take this thing out.
Very good. Very good.
And so you can use that. The beauty of this is realizing that the product, the model is actually conversion of an already existing packaging and converting it cheaply into something that
Very good.
serves the purpose of solar, rather than bringing a completely plastic molded injection, designer light, which in a year and a half will not work.
Bravo, Alfred. I mean, job well done. Very quick, and at least we showed the viewers it's so easy to make and so easy to replicate. And this is something that is very doable all over the Philippines and even all over the world.
And it was a minute and a half.
A minute and a half, actually. It was actually a minute and a half. Yeah.
It was a minute and a half.
Now, Ilak, quickly before we close, about 2 minutes to close, plans for the future. Two of us are going to attend actually the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Bonn in Germany. You've been going every year. I've been going for past 3 years. I'm going to see you there.
So was Morocco.
We were in Morocco last year, yeah.
It's a pity you didn't see my production plant for pottery there.
No, I
solar
would,
powered
yes.
pots.
No, I saw the literature and stuff. Amazing stuff. What are you planning for Bonn this year?
So basically, we are doing something in the United States. We have a big project happening there. So we have a team that will deal with youth. So we have a youth council that we're talking to, where we're going to teach them how to make street lights, and then we're going to display it in Bonn. But more of attendance for us for Bonn.
Very good, very good. I'm going to take this opportunity actually to just show a painting, since we're both eco-warriors, Ilak. This is a painting actually by a famous Georgian artist called Irina Chotkirashvili, and it's about Georgian refugees who are suffering from the conflict and the destruction of the environment, basically, and the destruction of their homeland. And so this is actually going to go on display in Bonn at the United Nations Climate Change Conference. Ilak, I hope that you could attend our press conference over there.
Yeah.
And I'm surely going to attend yours. Yes, sir.
The last time we had the display, so definitely we're once again partnering for display and a workshop area there. So definitely you're gonna pass by and take some pictures.
Super. Ilak, minute close. Maybe some last words for you to the audience. Inspire them. Tell them how to get in touch with you guys. How to participate in this beautiful project called Litter of Light Foundation movement.
So you can go to our website, of course. Litteroflight.org. But you can also go to our Facebook, alitteroflight.org. And it's nice because you will see our global adventures, both with, this 1,400 youth from all around the world that are replicating exactly what we started here in the Philippines. And of course, that being our model. What can 1 billion young people motivated do? And you shouldn't just inspire them, but give them the tools that they can go out and teach these women cooperatives how to do it. So once again, it's not the person speaking in front of you, Litter of Light, but really it's how you create an army of people that can do the same thing and make a difference. And so from Alfred, the team, and myself, Filipinos can change the world. And this is one case study that it's possible.
Thank you very much, Ilak. And Alfred, thank you so much for assembling this beautiful piece and then for being, for showing people how easy it is to put one of these lanterns together. Ilak, thank you so much for coming to the show. And Ilak Diaz, a global Filipino, true global Filipino. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed our show tonight, Solar Power to the People. Join us again next week here on Global Village and let us take you around the world. Till then, you all have a good evening.